Good afternoon, Mgtow, man, freedom fighter Mgtow here. As I've started watching others, learning from other humans' behavior, listening to other Mgtows, I'm just going to do this one in my condo living room. Why not? Got my notepad, been jotting down some notes today. Got my shoes on my counter or my coffee table. Got my hat from Maui. Went 3 times last year. First time in my life. Got my tequila from Cancun. Got some books. I like to chew every once in a while. I don't mind it. It's a great buzz for me. It gives me that appetite suppressant, I say. But it's what I want to do. So, that being said, I just want to emphasize today the fear, maybe, or the understanding of it's okay. You don't need to play the world's game. You don't have to date. You don't have to get married. There's no penalty. It's freedom. It's no pressure. And when you reach that point, it sets you free. It gives you that relaxation of pretty much once you reach the Mgtow level of being okay, the journey is so much easier. You can be a friend to anybody. You can talk to anybody because really don't give a shit. When it comes down to it, you know what you want, you know where you're going, and that's all that matters to you. So it gives you that edge where you don't have to put on the show. You can talk real. You can be alone. You can be around a lot of people, anybody. So, and you can reach anybody, business-wise too, I believe. Because you have that edge a lot of men don't have. It's hard. It's not easy. So I want to go over some things today about the introductory of just taking that step. We always talk about Mgtow and what we can do, but how do we do that? Some of the things that I see growing up is what were we taught? How did we see dad treat mom? Do we see her get upset, or when she provoked dad, or in the middle of the living room or the middle of the kitchen, or did they fight? Did they yell at each other? Or did they just get along? If everything's smooth, you didn't see anything. I saw a lot as a kid. My father, I have to say, dependent on women to where he was kind of I'm sure, a good talker, but his follow through was not there. So he got disposed of a lot, and that's what I saw. Kind of his own fault, in a way. He would, I think, overpromise, underdeliver, and a lot of us men come into that point. But then a lot of times that the woman isn't patient enough as well. So that's what I saw. I saw a lot of fiascos, a lot of problems, and I got my lesson through that. That being said, I'll go into my childhood a little deeper as I get into my Mgtow journey. But let's move on. Also, what do we learn by one of the really cool movies that has those lessons like Troy and the movie Blow really stood out to me through that movie is the boy growing up, George Jung, when he was growing up, he saw mom complain all the time, constantly bitching at dad. It's never enough. It's never enough. It's never enough. It's never enough. And the day his dad in that movie, he went to go file for bankruptcy. And one of the lessons the kid learned is, may the wind be at your back, so you can reach for the stars. And that when they're walking down the steps, that was the kid was like, whoa, what's going on here? And what he was watching, and that's part of the reason why I think that movie was that's what he got taught. It's women. It's never going to be enough. And if you go through that movie, he married a woman just like his mother. Um, that put him in prison the first time, as I believe. But there's stuff out there that we can watch and just learn from, and just watch that beginning stages of life as a man. What are we being taught? What is coming into our mind? What are we downloading? Um, just becoming a Mgtow is it was fearful for me at first. Um, I fought it. I mean, I was watching it, it made sense, but I was still out there dating and spending money and going out. But then there was a time where I lost a lot, and I put a lot on my plate, my work life, and I owned a business. I worked for an airline. I serviced two businesses, worked for an airline, trying to do everything and service three gods and four, as we say, dating life is, so I've cleaned my closet. I only have two things going on now. In the future, if someone wants to contact me through email or whatever, I would be glad to share that information with you on some of things I can incite you as a man to do and help you live a freedom-driven lifestyle. If something's going on with work, maybe help you create that social environment without spending money and maybe making some money. Um, just another thing I want to emphasize on is today I was driving to a local convenience store here in my area. Picked up I saw a kid on the corner that works at the convenience store here, and was gonna go there myself. And he rides the bus every day, and gentleman's been working there hardcore. I mean, sticking with it for the last, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years. And last year I hired, or 2 years ago, I hired him to do one of my seasonal jobs that I do, and I it was learning him coming from South LA and him getting out of there, and coming to Arizona and seeing freedom outside of that lifestyle. He was emphasizing today about that rap star that died. What he was trying to do for that community and how much he had emphasis on. And I've seen John basically come here, understand the game, but as he was telling me today, and it really made sense to me, is that, hey, I, Aaron, I didn't have a emphasis people that talk like this to me back home. He goes, it makes total sense. And I've talked to him on jobs. I've poked at him. I've teased him. He knows that, because he gets frustrated. We all do. He's in that moment right now that he knows what he needs to do. He'll do it when he chooses to. But he is in that mix where he's going to become a father. I'm trying to help him as much as I can and understand be there as strong as he can for himself, because I believe if you're going to become a father and you make that choice, if you're not healthy, no one around you is going to be healthy. So that's all I can do is be there for him. I wish him the best on his journey, but he knows, as we all know, is there's not a lot of brotherlyhood out there where he comes from. And it just made me realize what YouTube, what Mgtow is going to be doing in the near future for all of us is keeping us strong. I'm not jealous anymore. I'm not envy of anybody. If you got more money than me, good for you. I always say more money, more problems. But again, money gives you freedom. So another thing becoming Mgtow is I want to, after, just seeing John today was just a good thing. But another thing becoming Mgtow is, what do we do on our daily life if we're not going to be going to bars because we're going to go our own way? What do we do with our time? So what What I chose to do is in the in the past is join groups, running groups, hiking groups, fitness groups, gyms. I've learned that gyms don't work for me. I think gyms are the most cockiest place in the face of the planet. I can't stand gyms. But anyway, maybe it works for you. Um, Go to the library, research books, watch YouTube, run, walk. I joined like a got into triathlons just because it was like a very intimidating thing. But some of the coolest people I've learned a lot of life, and you'll find out that just because they're in shape, you'll find out there's some pretty big nerds, and you might fit in, and you might scoop up a few nice tails while you're at it. But these are things that I've learned, and then learning how to like just make your own meals, like make a steak, buy good meat, buy good veggies. You know, cook yourself a nice meal, post it, post it on your Instagram. I wouldn't suggest Facebook for any of you men. I've learned and I've been told and watching this movement is 85% of Facebook is all women. They all got time that and so just the one thing that you do is post it so you have a memory of what you did. Say, hey, dinner's cooked. you know, make different meals and treat yourself well. A man needs to eat and eat well. Another thing is try to go to bed as early as possible. Wake up early. Early to bed, early to rise, work your ass off and advertise is my slogan years past for doing business and hustling hard. I've slowed down a lot too, becoming Mgtow and just working with like a bird in hand. Some days I might make zero, but I don't spend. And what helps me as a Mgtow is setting me free in my finances. I'll tell you, gentlemen, staying out of the bars is the number one thing I do. I don't go to bars. If I do, it's once in a blue moon. I save a lot of my money, so when I travel, I spend it on the golf course and vacation. And I tell people, hey, that's the only discipline I have in my life. And they laugh. I'll tell you, a lot of people want to blame. Don't blame. Another thing is that if you're going to become Mgtow, take responsibility. Say, yeah. When people ask you, what happened to that one girl? I don't know. I wasn't enough. I'm only 3 inches hung like a pop can. She didn't like it. The ride wasn't good enough. Whatever. Make her laugh. Make people laugh. Make people around you smile. Speak truth. It's okay. Because when you lay your head on your pillow at night, all you depend on is you anyway. So, another thing, stay away from negative comments. When they say, hey, well, you're going to live a lonely life. Well, great. So are you. I'd rather live what I want to do, when I want to do it, and how I want to do it. Because that's what I get to do and not go off of someone else's thoughts, feelings, and actions for my present and future outcome. Gentlemen, that's important. Don't let other people predict your present and future outcome. Stay under control. And another thing too is emphasize I'm not saying money, but when you can look at your account and prepay your bills for a year, that feels good. Gives you a sense of like, wow, okay, now I can go out. I can go out on a $200 dinner, really pay attention to this woman, share stories. Because I'll be honest with you, if you share stories about saving money and doing what you do and having fun and hunkering down, you're ahead of most of the people. Most of the people are over leveraged. And women tend to attract to that. No matter what you look like, how you look. And another thing, if a beautiful woman, you feel like maybe she's out of your league, say hi. Buy her a coffee. Coffee's on me. What do you want? Just do it. Don't even look at her. Don't even ask her for a number. Just look at her and say, hey, I hope we have a good week. But becoming Mgtow is tough at times. And there's a lot of men out there that like to poke at you. Just laugh. That's all I do. Ask your married buddies the last time their wife made him a great home cooked meal and surprised him with it. How many nights a week do your married buddies get time on the golf course? How many nights a week does she get a GNO? I call girls' night out. How many pairs of shoes does she get to buy per month? When's the last time you bought yourself anything? So just live your life. But those are some of the things becoming Mgtow that I've learned. Cooking, staying busy, staying out of bars. Um, is very very important. Um, Another thing is too, if you're gonna go out after work or do something, what I do is I'm lucky. I live in Arizona and we have a huge valley of different things. I can go anywhere in my area within 20-25 minutes and reach different types of neighborhoods. But I will drive personally to just a different area 25 minutes away, just to see that inner circle and see what's going on. If you have a chance to do that in your area, highly suggest it. Show your face there once in a while. It will interest people. You'll see the difference of communities. And sometimes just I did in the past, and I'm doing it again. Is I drink water when I'm at the bar, even though I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't want to pay a big bill. And bring a book. You'll be fascinated how many people will take interest in that, especially at happy hour. A lot of business travel, a lot of people will come in and they're drinking and they're envy of you because they wish they could do that. They want to know, what are you learning? And a lot of the older men will share their stories with you if they see you reading a book at the bar. It's not nerdy. It's smart, to be honest with you. A lot of people are jealous of it down deep inside, to be frank. They wish they could do that. But some of the things that I wanted to give back here is becoming Mgtow. What are we doing? Why are we doing it? And ultimately it's just to make your own choices, and do your own thing. Another thing is plan ahead. 3 months. If you see some camping spots or an inexpensive hotel or airline ticket, purchase it. Just buy it. Get it done, so it's paid for. So like I've been taught by a local friend, a local buddy, and I would say a mentor is camping. We got these camp spots in California. It's already paid for. It's already done. I got a couple days in May, a week in August to look forward to, and I go out and camp. It's fully set up on the PCH, Carlsbad State Park. Check it out. But I'll ultimately stay busy. Another thing too is watch your shows on TV. Watch these shows: Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bravo. I always say, my buddy always says, and it's finally clicked. Is he said, study your enemy, study what these, because when you go out or if you try to date and you can talk about those things, oh my God, women love it. You're on their level. It's awesome. But ultimately, I think that becoming Mgtow helps you be everybody's friend, because there's no, when we date in the past before Mgtow, is I think a lot of men we try to impress, we try to come on like, what, this is what we can do, we're the ultimate guy and we can do this and this, and now we're just coming on like, hey, this is what I've done and this is where I'm going. You want to come with? Hop on. If not, then I'm gonna keep going. I'll keep in contact when you have coffee and check in, and they'll respect that. They will. Then they'll be like, why doesn't he want me? Why isn't he trying to go after me? It's not about that, because remember, men, we're going our own way for a reason. Because the last reason, impressing them and trying to go this way and that way, didn't work. We didn't succeed that way. So that's why we're doing this. But ultimately, I'm trying to think about what I was thinking about earlier, and I might pause here and try to gain thought, but I'm funny about my last relationships, like I said, and I think I mentioned that before. You gotta stay grounded and stay busy. That's the ultimate one. But just going over what I've learned is like coming Mgtow. Number one, stay busy. Number two, study what's going on around you. Make fun of be stay humble. I'm not saying make fun of yourself or put yourself down, but humility goes far with this stuff. Oh yeah, not blaming yourself, but she traded me in. There's a bigger, better person. You know, the monkey branching, the whole thing. But more importantly, this Mgtow for me is a guide to stay strong and always have flow. I always have something to resort back to. I used to do church, which church I'm not married, I don't have any kids, never been. So what happened is, that's not for me. A lot of community stuff like that, church is for married people, and a lot of it's geared towards the woman. Again, so women don't make decisions in my life. They don't predict, like I said, my present and future outcome. I do. And if you have any questions about some of the struggle or what you're going through, becoming Mgtow, going your own way, email me, freedomfighter3636@gmail.com. I can share some stories with you. I can tell you what it was like to date excuse my language, close call there. Anyway, an amazingly beautiful woman, that was, wow, had a lot in her day. She had a lot and lost it and went after me, trying to give that back to her. And I'll just drop that in you guys' head to try to realize, no matter what you have, if you have great energy and you have good mojo, women are attracted to that. And this Mgtow, you'll start learning is you'll start attracting people quicker, but you'll start seeing their colors of their that they'll show their best right away. And then when you don't come through the way they want to, they know that you're Mgtow. They can feel it, so they're not going to try. And you'll put them right in their spot place, and they'll respect you. I have a lot of women that have been friend zoned by me, but they get lonely and they call me up, I'll tell you. And sometimes I say nah, but sometimes I don't mind hitting it. If the boundary's there and they understand, I'm a man going this way and they know that, man, I'm doing, like Coach Greg Adams says, double backflips, like whatever, I can't remember what he says. Tyrone, double bunky backflips or whatever. I'm doing it because I'm in control. I can do that if I want to. So, I'm going to go into it deeper as I get on my journey on my YouTube here and sharing my story. Is becoming Mgtow isn't easy. If it was easy, I think everybody would do it. Another thing is, listen to motivational stuff. I forgot about that one. Is listen to some Les Brown. He's a good one. He says, when I said it, he says it the best is in life, what is easy, your journey in life will be hard. But what is hard now, life will be easy. And he's right. He's right. Hunker down, stay consistent, stay busy, and learn to be okay with you. You're interdependent. You need buddies, you need friends, you need social environment, but you don't need them to survive. Another great book I would highly suggest is 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, an audiobook. It's a very hard book to read because it's a mind twister. It's hard to stay on point, but audiobook is great. I'm going to end this video. It's one of my longest ones so far. Gentlemen, stay up, stay upbeat, I say, and do what you want, when you want, how you want, with whoever you want, at any given moment. Mgtow's freedom. Freedom fighter Mgtow, out.